Alright, I'm Jacob and this is Matt, and we've been doing these 50-50 poem writing exercises. Basically, we start and each take a line as we go down and see where it goes, and then open it up and sort of do the same process and see what we come up with.
We split it up into an outer and inner that would switch. So Jacob would start the first line, I would do this line, and then the outer line, Jacob would finish in the middle, and then we'd start over, switching it. So it would go out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, until the end.
50-50s.
50-50s.
Yeah, I know.
You wouldn't think there would
Be a smile,
but as soon as we removed the rug, it was an ellipse.
and we can't
Describe an entrance, but there was.
It smelled like yellow
Nails corning in rows up.
up, for all time up. We fill our mouth with
The opening commanding the
silence seen in the darkness,
The ceiling had mealed itself
and made a sour
flake that sleeted in pellets. Swoosh, all crackly like
can you see?
into the cracks like popcorn.
As he was staring,
A pleasant thought occurred.
what if everything here was the same? But then,
Without mercy or grace,
the ceiling flew upward.
passing through the shaft, the
Purpose also passed.
of constance, immobility. What if this is better?
The painful misuse
Girders increase their pace,
until his head lost
any sense of maintaining.
level. When will the lost chomp their fate and
Just lose it. No sense is
all sense of proportion?
a looming sense of mass exertion,
Exertion manifested on the wall.
but senses are bound, right? This machine will thrive,
The false plant
and its reach toward a leading
string, which he of course
knew to be loaded, a trapped
door animal without instinct, but with legs, with
hair on his face that he
pulled. His mask fell.
as the floor began to rise.
He fingered the new hole that was
Revealed the sordid brains that were really just muscles.
forever looking. The eye
Knew then that he had made
the correct mistake. There
and on the plane of action,
he bore his shoulder into his chest and rushed forward.
knowing somehow still somewhere
Where the once was
escaping. A new reality came
crashing, splintering.
from the old, the pineal gland exhausted. Can't we continue? If
We will start
to take its place, the mask,
removed, laughed at him.
the mask only perception,
Meeting an endpoint question. The tree's leaves fall.
leaving behind repetition.
It stalked him. He fled
Like a hero stripped of his
metal. Where did you
go wrong collecting all those leaves. We did it because they said.
Because we all lacked.
Cowardice, but no. His
Fear only grew faster.
on account of the racket.
Noises like multi-limbed gods, all fearful of alarm.
Arms slacking their buzz,
Like a child of radio waves,
reduced to fiber optics.
a bothersome pot of
Worry wishing that none should endure. None should wish to
grow into a large
nagging frustration, replacing.
ground he stood on.
But that's what we did. You
Said, overthinking it. Some things should not be seen.
just like the one time
When we saw a light,
approaching the platform, he
believed only in the
return of morality before the specter in its stead gone.
come stop us.
We made his decision. Reluctantly,
Jumped down. The
aggressor turned student to
find the meaning of MPLS. Don't you know, he said,
how searing pain becomes
phantom-like light
first blue and fading to a
halt. We can only make
batting guesses at the meaning of it all. Blooming, soon,
that which dies a red,
reddish violet defined the source,
but he couldn't see the way.
way we misunderstood.
We messed it all up. Everything. Mostly. Our earth
Like any color jiggled to come,
red, just the blue,
a fluctuation of speed deceived.
inside the pen. Keep it
Pat, keep it in line, our minds said. This is how we are
born. We started,
the buzzing projection,
but then it stopped. A blue
big Y asking what with
hint of behind closed doors, the color of
ripe gold tangled
swarm encoding his body with.
the honeycomb of notes,
We cannot stop the color
from advancing and straining and crevassing, or
stop the past's
high, sweet, tuneful notes that
ate at his ears, threw
caution to the wolves that
hungered for cold dishes, howling knives for his
big dumb ass asking for
thumbs up his nose. No,
a music so sweet cannot defy the
the instrument it came.
call creator. I call my creator by her name, and I know we
Did not feel.
dissonance for long. Ringing,
I ring away. I am
so much in love with hair,
curled around golden ears. Some days I love,
and on those days I am not
tired. I am lost.
really, I can't move. I sit.
The weight of goodness is
Is the load I cannot bear for fear of deeper affirmation.
found in me. Alleluia.
I cower. I writhe in my
Do There's nothing
but commas separating laughter.
warmth of a branch in the stretch stays
For I know, yes, this work
I can do.
There's
There's
hopeless mania in the man,
hold of ill will.
but those piston arms are rods of heart-fired coal, and
Breathe life to form a
whole. A single tone has replaced
the coda, and I am
certain now of everything.
that lost thing a world away. I grow
Still harder than impulse to
once again holding my
stones for genitals, gender
a can of mixed nuts
to sift in hands unfit for sin. I am pulling at icy core,
forever. We write initials,
initials made to icen and boil.
collapse and build.
One scrawl I left in cursive.
The other I left in the air. Clouded sun,
I wait for you to respond.
I wait for the end.